Romshinators, it is so good to be back speaking with you once again. Yes. Thank you so much for joining me on Romshii Radio, the only broadcast network on YouTube.ca, which is free of all government infiltration, annihilation, and inebriation. Yes, I am a pure voice of truth, and today I'm going to tell you the truth about the latest Black Mirror season. I only watched the first episode, so we're just going to talk about that. We're talking about the episode Common People. Ooh, yes. Common People. It's trying to get right down. All these Hollywood people, they're talking right to the peasants right now. Right to the peasants. That's you and me. Oh, and what's this episode about? It's about a man and a wife. Oh, they're getting on in age. They're in their late 40s or something like that, and they're trying for a baby. They're trying so hard, and they have such a beautiful, stable relationship. She's a high school teacher. Actually, she's more of an elementary school teacher, and he is a welder. He's a big, burly man. He goes to the job site and he welds. He works for his pay. And they're trying for a family together. They're very stable. They're very loving. They love each other very much. And you know that a story is going to be cheap and irritating and lazy when it starts with an intro like this, when it's just a happy family having a happy life, because all they're doing is getting ready to fuck it up so that you're going to care. Because they know they don't got shit. They know they don't got shit on the table. They got nothing for you. So they're just going to make a little there's a happy story, and they're just going to fucking shit on it and make you feel depressed, because it's easy to make people to feel depressed. It's hard to make people feel motivated and strong and enlightened in this world. It's easy to make them depressed, like, oh no, oh my God, oh no, technology is going to be so bad. It's so bad right now. It's about to get even worse. Basically, she has a brain tumor, she has a brain disease, and it eats away part of her brain. She falls asleep, boom, hits the floor while she's teaching her class about the bees that aren't real anymore. They're robot bees, because that's what happens in the future. That would actually have been a better storyline. Maybe they did that in another episode, I don't even know. But she passes out in class, they take her to the hospital, and she's never gonna breathe again, she's never gonna walk again, she's never gonna hold her husband's hand ever again. It's so sad. Do you see what I mean? They built this up already. Oh my God, you care so much, they're so sad. And then they get approached by a company called, what's it called again? Oh, what's it called? It's called Rivermind. Rivermind. Wow, such a great name. Rivermind. So Rivermind approaches them and says, hey, for only $300 a month, I can bring your wife back to life. And he goes, okay, I guess I'll do it, this experimental procedure. And there she is, back alive for only $300 a month. What could go wrong? This is where it started to piss me off. This is where it started to get to me, because $300 a month, yes, it's a lot of money, but let's take into consideration that this Black Mirror episode is taking place in the future, and not too far in the future even. It still looks pretty modern, okay? He's still using a laptop computer. He's still in a modern looking house. It's not like they're not in the fucking Jetsons world or anything like that, but they're in the future. So $300 then, it would stand to reason, is worth a lot less than $300 now. Do you get what I'm saying, Romshinators? So it's still a lot of money. How much money is it really? We don't know. Okay, but this welder and this school teacher are so perplexed as to how they're going to get $300 extra a month. Meanwhile, they were planning on having a baby earlier in the episode, so they were already mentally preparing to have a vast monthly expenditure called a child. Okay, so now they have $300 a month. They're very stressed about it. You can see he's got his calendar pulled up and it says overtime, and the calendar is so lazily done. Like, that's one thing I noticed. The calendar, it's like he just writes overtime like across the week. Like whoever was doing the set that day just phoned it in. They phoned it in on the I'm just talking shit now. Either way, he's a welder, she's a school teacher. Where I come from, welders get paid a lot. I don't know, in the future, maybe welders are mostly AI or something. Maybe welders make minimum wage. And it is insinuated that he's been a welder for like 10 years, so you know he's making good money. That being said, nobody wants a $300 a month payment. I get it. Moving forward, she begins to start saying advertisements. She's at school, she tells a kid to go to a Christian learning facility as an advertisement. She gets fired. She's trying to do advertisements for boner pills while they're having sex. All this creepy shit. And to get rid of the advertisements, they now need to pay $900 a month. Oh, it's so evil. It's so scary. Or I think it's actually $800. Whatever. Who gives a shit? It's such lazy writing. Okay, so $800 a month now. Oh my God, so scary. It's so scary. It's not like the child we were going to have was going to cost $800. Look, I know it's stressful. I know it's stressful. $800 a month. Who's got that kind of money? Even a welder. That's a lot for a welder and a school teacher. They're not millionaires. $800 a month is really bad. So, one of his younger coworkers is watching a video on his phone, and it's a video of a guy drinking piss and getting money for drinking piss, and his coworker's laughing, saying, look at this freak drinking piss on my phone, and I just sent him some money. So once again, just the laziest writing on this stupid fucking episode of Black Mirror. And you're just like, oh, I guess, like anybody could watch this and see what was gonna happen. There's no twist, there's no subtlety at all to this episode. They got millions of dollars, they got actors that are recognizable, they got this crazy reputation, Black Mirror, they're on billboards in cities, they're the fucking biggest show, and they got the laziest fucking writing I've ever seen. So, of course, you guessed it, to make the extra money, this guy who's been a welder for 10 years, looks like he owns a house, he's a man in his 40s, maybe even 50s, all he can think to do to make extra money is to drink piss on the internet. That's it. They never sign up for DoorDash, they never do any food delivery, he never gets a second job, he never asks his boss for a raise, he never tries to see if there's any other way. Is there a support system? Do they have any family that could help them? Is there any government assistance? Anything like that? No. So this guy goes right to drinking piss and fondling his asshole on the internet. Now, this is another part that pisses me off. So first of all, doesn't try to get another job, goes straight to doing weird piss-drinking, butthole-touching stuff on the internet. Meanwhile, he's in his 40s or 50s. In the future, he has had the internet his whole life. Okay, presuming this is in our timeline, he knows the exact consequences of doing something like this on the internet. He's had it his whole life. He's been hearing about fucking weird shit on the internet since he was a baby, and he still does it anyways, and he wears a little mask that covers half of his face. Like that's gonna do anything. First of all, the mask just covers the first half of his face. He has a voice transformer on, and a guy offers him $500. He takes the mask off, and he goes, whoop, right in front of the camera, and it's so dumb. Like, you would know, your coworker goes on that website. You know he's gonna see you. You know he's gonna see you. This is the laziest writing ever. Like, this is so fucking lazy for a show of this magnitude, who's had such beautiful episodes before. San Junipero was an incredible episode, an incredible story. It could have just been a movie on its own. It was such a beautiful, touching piece of art. I was so inspired by San Junipero that I even got a San Junipero poster. I put it up in my room just so I could remember how inspired I was by that episode. Yes! Same show, Black Mirror, San Junipero, epic. And in this episode, Common People, the hotel that they go to on their anniversary, which they go to several times in this thing, is called the Juniper. So right there, they know this episode sucks because they're trying to remind you of San Junipero, because they want you to be watching this going, oh, new season of Black Mirror, new season of Black Mirror. San Junipero. They're going to the Juniper Hotel. Oh my God, do you remember how they want you to not be thinking about the episode you're watching? They want you to remember their past glory several times during this episode. It's really pathetic. It's pathetic. It's pathetic when you think about it. Really. It's a cheap shot, it's a low blow, and it's a cry for help from a lazy writing staff that has millions of dollars to work with. I'm sorry, someone's got to say it. If a guy with 250 subscribers on YouTube can't say it, who can? Oh, and guess what happens? His coworker sees the video of him drinking piss and touching his butthole on the internet, and he tells everyone at work, and then he goes to work and everybody's looking at him weird, and then he gets in a fight and he chases his coworker around and he gets flattened by a fucking steamroller or something, and then he loses his job and then he has to drink piss full time. God, it's just so Lazy. It's like the episode's called Common People because they think common people are this fucking stupid, non-resourceful, and this is like where we're going, okay? First of all, common people all throughout history, the past 100,000 million years, we have learned to accept the death of our close relatives, our loved ones. It happens to all of us. It's something we all share. And much of our horror genre is metaphors and allegories for the acceptance of death, grief, the fear of death, the fear of being transformed by age and accidents and situations in life, being transformed by time, losing things that we love. And it's terrible and it's hard. Nobody wants it to happen. And yes, people will go to any length to try and save someone they love. Yes, this is true. And it's very sad. And I'm not trying to minimize that at all. But at a certain point, if this guy's drinking piss for a living, 40 hours a week piss drinking, there just comes a point when you have to say enough is enough. Okay, there just comes a point when you have to say enough is enough. This episode should be called Dumb Guy Drinks Piss. How about that, Black Mirror? I know the Black Mirror staff watch my episode. How about you should retitle this dumbguydrinkspiss.com. Dumb Guy Drinks Piss. And his wife just kind of says advertisements in the background. It's just so silly. If you've watched this far, please comment down below Slack Mirror. I would really appreciate it. That way I know you've made it till the end and I feel good in my heart.